Hello, welcome back. This is Unemployed Plant Guy on a random, Saturday, doing things that you could be doing but you're working. Okay, so this is an olive tree that I've had for 5 years maybe. I've never done a real proper styling on it. I've hacked it back here and there, but for the most part I've just let this thing grow for the last probably 2 years. At some point someone came and put a stake against this branch and made it grow dead straight, so it's too big now to really put any shape into. So I dare say I'll remove it, but yeah, let's get into it. Plan is to get it out of the pot. I've never done any root work on it. I don't really intend to do too much root work. I think olive trees look a bit better when they are a bit gnarly and their roots are just left quite natural. So it's mostly just to get it out, see what we're working with, give it a bit of a trim back and a general sense of direction in its life. So yeah, first things first, we'll get it out of the pot. Now I can't imagine it'll be too difficult to get out. These are really quite large pots, but you never know with these things. There we go. Pretty much just able to pull it out. See if we can. Work some of that out. Alright. As always, I just use these things. I'll take most of this straight away. So just mostly just teasing them out in a direction, trying to raise the height of the tree in the surface. Try to lower the height of the soil and raise the height of the tree and the roots in the pot when I put it back in. And maybe take out any serial offenders that don't really add to the look or the direction. And we might have a couple here. These ones here on top, just because that one wraps back around and goes back in under. But if there's a way I can maybe get it going more over there. I think it just has to go. I don't like it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It's growing up anyway, so we'll take it back as close as we can. Wasn't that much of a meaningful root anyway. That's pretty good. I'm just trying to think if I just stick it back in the same pot or if I find a new home for it. And it might just be as simple as putting it back in that other pot, because I don't really have anything else to put it in for the time being. Okay, change plan. I'm going to try and fit this into this pot. So we've got a little bit of work to do with the root ball first. Mostly just getting all the dirt off it, getting it down, getting it in there. And then once it's in, we'll start working on the styling. So I'll just keep chipping away at it, trying to loosen all the dirt off the bottom. So basically then all I have to do is just cut through like I did before. That's a really good fibrous root ball. Got a couple of really long roots in there, although they've mostly sorted themselves out after that. Let's see how this fits. Okay, it needs a fair trimming. So I'll just start nipping stuff off take that off. And then pretty much just cut through the bottom here, just to get a nice flat root ball. Okay. Let's see how that fits in the pot now. Oh, that's pretty close. I've just got a couple of offenders at the back here that I've just got to get rid of. And then a couple on the front. That fits in quite nicely. I could nearly take a touch more off the bottom just to get it a bit lower. And I'm not really being too careful here. I'm just kind of cutting with no real prejudice. Alright. I'll get this potted up and then we'll start styling. Okay, so I've got it in this pot now. Now we've just got to sort out the direction of where the hell this is going. It's quite tall, like this comes all the way. It's probably, it's over 1 meter tall, I would say. And then this I think is going to be the intended front. And now with this is where things can potentially get a bit interesting. So I've got this splitting into two here, and I have to make a decision of if I want another twin trunk tree, and I have so many that they're starting to become boring, but I like the idea of using this as something. I just don't know how yet. I know I don't want this, I don't need two of them, and especially because they're all growing in a straight line, so I can't even really use it as a, there's a stub up the back here which has no real purpose. I can get rid of that. This is dead. Take that off. I think what I'll do is just bring everything down to about camera level. I'm not going to need this much at the back. In fact, this might just go. But what I might do is, you know what? That's gone. Straight as an olive branch, they say. What can I do? So this probably needs to come down and become a side branch, I would say. And then I can use this as the beginning of another pad. So again, we're just twigifying it again. I'm just going to remove this because I just don't think I'm going to want it anyway. And then that goes over there. The only thing is now it's kind of growing away. Like this section here all goes away from the viewer. How do I fix that? Unless this just becomes the new leader here. But I don't know how that would work because it's quite angular, unless I kind of tilt this, which is an option. Can I put it on? I could tilt that. Which I actually don't hate. The only thing is that's now growing directly sideways. Well, let's just make my job easier. There's just nothing coming off the back is the only thing. And I don't know what to do with this yet. Let's just take that off, just because I don't think I'll be needing that anyway. Which leaves me with this side. And you could, it's not as nice to look at, I don't think, down here. Like this has more interest with that root there. So I want this to be the front. I just don't know how yet. Unless I can like bend some things back in. I think that's what I might have to do. I might just have to use some pretty heavy wire. So I'll go from this branch up to that branch, about that much. And I might even have to do two here. So, how do I want to do this? I want to come from this way just because there's a little thing there that I want to protect. So we'll go like that, go around a couple times, and then we'll go up into here. Get it nice and tight in that elbow there, and then go around a few times. Okay. Oops. So I can do that. Now that can bend down, go over there. And then what I might do is just knit this so it doesn't just grow straight up, it can actually get a bit of movement to it. See if I can put it that way. And then this one, maybe I can kind of bring this forward a bit. Bring this forward. And then I don't know what to do with this now. It's kind of too far away to really be part of the trunk. Unless I just leave it or grow it more this way. And then eventually it can be like a proper twin trunk with kind of a fatter section down here. So what I might do is just wire that lightly just in this general direction with no real shape. It's about that much. And I'll probably just hook it onto this little stump on the front here, if I can. Just make a little hook. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it isn't. Stay on your little hook. There we go. And then just coming, if I can get through there, there we go. Just coming up and around. And I don't mind if this bites into the olive tree, just because it's going to get gnarled bark on it anyway, and I kind of like that look for them. That should be about enough, but we'll just keep going. May as well use it all, at least then we've got the option to bend it if we want. So if we can just kind of go over there somewhere. And that should work for now. Now we've got these sections here that I'm not really sure what to do with. I might leave this just so that it gets a bit more energy there, but I am going to trim these back. Get rid of that, don't need that. Take off these little dead stubs. Get that one. What I might actually do is remove that. Remove that. I do want something out the back here. So I'll just remove that. Although this could be out the back. No, I think I like it better over here. And I might actually put another set of wire on these two branches as well. And then I will just nip that. Alright. Well, that's it pretty much done. I'm going to put some more wire on this off camera. But yeah, thanks for watching.